to insert a record into EMP table by using ADO.net. So what are the three data access technologies we have right now? What are the available three data access technologies in .NET?
ADO.net, Entity Framework, Web API.
No. ADO.net, Link, and Entity
Link,
Framework.
sir.
These three are the data access technologies we have right now. So in this first one, ADO.net, we are working present. Next, we will see by using Link, third Entity Framework. In these two important topics are ADO.net, second Entity Framework. Link is not that much important. Okay. Yes. So here my requirement is you have database. Let us assume you have a database. And in the database we have, let us assume we have EMP table. Assume that we have a database like here you have in SQL Server, you have a database called MyDB. Assume that this is MyDB. Assume like that. And MyDB is having a table called EMP. Assume that we have a table called EMP. And EMP table is having three columns. Assume like that, three columns. First column, second column, third column. First column name is, assume that EMP name, and third column is salary. And here user will enter employee number, employee name, and salary. Will click insert button. Whenever user click insert button, then my requirement is record has to insert into EMP table. Record has insert into EMP table. So what is the database name as per this requirement? Hello, what is the database name?
Employee table.
Database name, SQL Server. Database name, MyDB. What is the database name?
MyDB.
MyDB. What is the table name?
Employee name.
Employee.
EMP. So that is the unnecessary confusion we are buying ourselves. What is the table name? EMP. How many columns? Three columns. What is the first column name?
EMP and O.
EMP and O. See, these names should be clear for us. Okay. Otherwise, better to draw this database on paper right now, immediately. Second column name. Come on.
EMP name.
EMP name. Third column name.
Salary.
Third column name, salary. Okay. So that is the story. Here you will enter employee number. Here you will enter employee name. Here you will enter salary. You click which button?
Insert button.
Insert button. And before entering, when you click insert button, it is verifying three validations. Whether employee number text box is empty or not empty. Employee name text box should not be empty. Salary text box should not be empty. Once record is inserted, in the bottom you will get a message called record is
inserted.
Record is inserted. Are you clear? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And this application is communicating the database or not?
Yes.
It's communicating the database. What operation it is performing?
Insert operation.
Insert to operation. So let's implement this example. Right. let's create a new application. I'm creating new MVC application. So as part of this example, do we require to write the code in how many places? In
Three
controller,
places.
in viewer, in modeler, or both three?
Three.
3.
Three places. So you have to write the code. In model, we have to write the data access code called ADO.NET code. In the controller, we have to write the execution code. In the view, we have to write the appearance code. Okay, UI code. So let me create a new application, new project, right? You'll also try to implement the same thing. Okay, right. ASP.NET MVC application, rename it as MVC EMP, location is detailed, MVC EMP insert example. Click which button? OK. Click which button? OK. Now here you select as MVC. Again, click which button? OK. Right. With this process, your new ASP.NET MVC application will create. Are you clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, MVC application will create. Right. Are you clear? Yeah. Now, right. Let me add. First, we need to add as part of this. Now, first time we are working with the database, right? Sorry, ADO.NET example. First step flow. After you creating application, you implement a model. You implement what? Come on, guys. Tell me, what is this?
Model.
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 Okay, right. Yeah. Now we will do what you know. Yes. How to implement model? We have to select the model folder and we have to add a class file. You know, right? All of you guys selecting the
Yes,
models
sir.
folder and right click, add a class file, emp model.cs, or employee, whatever name, employee confusion to have. I want to avoid the confusion whenever I am giving the names. Employee model.cs. Click which button? Add. With this process, employee model.cs file will be added. Observe. Added.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Right. Have you added all of you?
Yes, sir.
But before that, we should do one important precaution I was forgot to do. Your database should be ready. Okay, your database should be ready. How to open SQL Server? You have to create the database. You have to create the table. So if you are already exist, we are all doing the same one. So I'm open SQL Server. Okay, guys, you also open SQL Server. All of you open. Hello.
Yes, sir.
How to open SQL Server? In your taskbar, somewhere you will have this icon. Identified all of you,
Yes, sir.
and click that icon. With this process, it will open SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so here it will ask you, this is the computer name. My computer name, it seems very lengthy. This is SQL Server Authentication. It is a user ID, default user ID as a password will be depends upon your computer. Okay, suppose you forgot the password, then you select Windows Authentication. When you select Windows Authentication, this will be disabled. You don't require to provide the user ID and password. For example, if you forgot, otherwise SQL Server Authentication SA and password will be depends. Okay, my password is RN Reddy. Click Connect button. With this process, your SQL Server will be opening. Now you just click New Query window. Now I am going to create the database. I want to create the database. Okay, so I'm just changing the size of the font size, tools, options, and fonts and colors, and just increasing the size of the font as 24 and Arial black, and yes, bold. Click which button? OK. Click which button? OK. Create database MyDB. Create database MyDB. Click which button? Execute. With this process, a database is created. Have you observed? Is it created or not, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's created.
Now enter into your MyDB. You can just select your drop-down list, select MyDB. Now you are entered into MyDB. Then you create your table. What is the table name? Hello, what is the table name? EMP.
EMP.
What is the database name?
MyDB.
MyDB.
MyDB. What is the soft SQL? What is the RDBMS you are using?
SQL Server.
Is my voice is clear for you or any disturbance? Any low voice? Till the time is it low voice?
No.
No, sir.
Right. Now even though I changed voice, somebody are telling voice is low. Now table name EMP, column names are EMPNO, EMP name and come on, and third column name
Salary.
salary. Any constraints in this table? Do we have any constraints in this table? Primary key. Primary key constraint on which column?
Employee number.
First column.
EMPNO.
My number.
EM.
Right. Create table EMP. Create table EMP. EMPNO int primary key EMP name varchar max salary money right? Yes, execute. With this process, a table is created. What is the name of the table? EMP. What is the name of the table? EMP. Right, table is created. Now
EMP.
we have to insert the data. Insert some sample records. Insert into EMP values 111 Rama 1000. Right. Next one row is inserted. Next 222 Sita 2000. Sita 2000. So how many records are inserted? How many records are inserted, guys?
Two.
Hello.
2 records.
2 records.
2 records.
2 records are inserted. Okay, now right. Now, yeah, yes, want to know whether the records are there or not. Select star from EMP. Select star from EMP. Then you can find two records are inserted. Right, guys? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. Okay, guys. Now let's go back. All are created, table, all these things.
Yes.
Or else you can use the existing database, existing table also. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay, guys. Sharada, are you there? Sharada,
Yes, sir.
madam, are you following?
Yes, sir. I don't know what happened. I just re-logged in.
Okay, don't worry. After class, you take this video from Sai, then you listen again and again. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
I think it was a network issue for you. And
Yep.
for you, I was given a person called Ishwar, but he was busy with interviews. Okay. He is already two offers. He was passed in the year 2015 BTech of ECE, and initially he was went to ECE side, core side. Core, he tried long time. He didn't get the job. Then after that, he was working in ICICI Bank, some non some financial marketing job like that. Later, he was from my native place, and I encouraged him to come to .NET. He was caring about coding. But today, you know, first I was sending him for interviews as a fresher. He got 2-3 offers, 10-15,000 salary. Now he is attending interviews with experience of 3 years. Okay, he is busy with interviews every day. Now he is keeping a target of getting 1 lakh salary per month in Hyderabad. Okay, now definitely within 1 week or 10 days, I'll announce his achievement. He will get 50 to 60,000 package. So now he is busy with interviews. Due to that reason, may he not respond. Okay, if you need any assistance, I'll give you other people. I have couple of people who are getting training under me. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yep.
Okay. If you need any help, I'll give you. And this information I'm giving to you all people only, the reason is the people who are having gap 2 years, 3 years in India, so they can go as a experienced person, can get very good package. Okay, so it will be possible. I'll announce within 10 to 15 days. I'll prove with Ishwar and I'll announce to you guys. Okay, because evidence is always important than words, right? Yeah, right. Come back to our discussion, and a couple of people are trying right now in that batch, right? Current to batch, approx 60-70 offers we got, and 20 freshers didn't get the job. They are in under trial still, and around 6 to 8 people are trying with 3+ fake experience. I'm sure they will all crack interviews with minimum salary of 40,000 per month in India. Okay, so similarly, the people who are trying in America with experience, I'm very much confident about my training. You can keep 6 to 8 years experience. You can crack the 70 to 80K package. I'm sure. But see, always you remember, don't expect the job in the first interview. Always keep 10 to 20 interviews as your target. Every interview is every interview should be an experience. Interview is a process of learning the subject. Right. Come back to our discussion. Right. We are already added model. And what is the model class file name? Employee model.cs. Now we have to write the model code. Okay. Now within the model code, we are writing ADO.NET code. Due to that reason, first we need to import the data provider. What is the data provider name? SQL Server. System.data.SQL client. System.data.SQL client using system.data. Okay, did you remember system.data.SQL client, guys? Okay, did you remember it's a data provider, and system.data is required or not required? We will see. I'm not giving because it's insert operation. Let us assume we don't require. Now, employee model, in this we need to write the insert code. For insert code, I am going to define one method called public, public into insert into EMP. So what is the functionality of this method? What this method is going to do? Performing insert operation. It's going to performing insert operation. Means here you will write the insert code and it will insert the data into EMP table and it will return either 1 or 0 to the controller. 1 it will return whenever the record is inserted. 0 it will return whenever the record is not inserted. But here we need to define how many properties for insert operation. 3 properties. Three values we have to set and get. So these 3 properties will define here. Yes, one is for employee number, employee name, and employee salary. Okay, public into ENO get to again set. Get again what? Set. Right. Public string ename get to set. Public third property. Let us assume it is for salary. We'll go for, let's say, double is an, or you can take decimal also. Get again what? Set. So what is the importance of these 3 properties? I'll explain. Right. What is the importance of these 3 properties? Employee number and employee name and salary is coming from where, guys?
From database.
No. My point is, no. Listen properly. Here you are going to perform insert operation. Insert operation means employee number, employee name, salary is going to is coming from where? From where it is coming? The data.
From user, from you.
User to view. View means text boxes. Am I clear?
Yes.
And view to, it will come to where? Controller. View to, it will come to, the data will come to controller. Hello. The data will come to user to view. View to hello.
Model.
Employee number, employee name is coming from user. User to view. View to
Controller.
Controller to
Model.
model to
DB.
model to database. Model to database. Due to that reason, those values, whenever it has to come to controller to model, we will use property concept. So property is a concept. 1 minute. Property is a concept which we can use to set the value and get the value. You are going to set these 3 values from the controller, and with the help of property, those values will come to model. Okay, right. Next,
So, can you remove the semicolons after set? It is showing error.
Right. 1 minute. Get no. Here we this semicolon is required. This semicolon
inside the braces.
1 minute. Here get to
inside
set.
the braces.
Yeah. We forgot to give the semicolon here.
Yes.
After set, instead of after set and get, we required semicolon, and here we don't require. Yes. 3 blocks. Now blocks will never end with semicolon. Right. Okay, guys. Now we have tried the insert code. So we have to declare connection string, command object, right? And yeah, come on, tell me. You have to write the connection string. You have to write the command object. So first what we will do, I will write the command object. Yes. Okay, right. Yeah, we'll write directly here. SQL connection, CONN, equal to new SQL connection of server equal to computer name. I should write my computer name. You should write your computer name. Sir, how do I know my computer name? And very simple. Go to the my computer. In your system, you go to my computer. My computer. This PC is my computer in my system. Right click properties. When you will go to properties, here it is very clearly showing your computer name. Generally, your hardware people will give your name. So this is desktop 519B. Who are giving noise? Right, please. This is the computer name. So it's lengthy. You have to write that as a server name because your SQL server is running in this computer. Okay. So if whenever you don't want to give the big name, you can simply give dot. Okay. Server equal to dot database. Yeah. Dot semicolon database equal database equal to database name. What is the database name? MyDB. Database name. Server equal to right database name. Next UID equal to SA. Server equal to computer name. Database equal to name of the database. User ID SQL Server SA. Password is my SQL Server password RN Reddy. Okay, right. This is the story. Right now semicolon. This is the connection string. Connection object. Within the connection object, you have to declare the connection string. Okay. Right. After this, we have to write the command object. SQL command cmd equal to new SQL command of what is the command insert. Insert into EMP values. And how many parameters you require? How many parameters? 3 parameters. So 3 columns now, 3 parameters. Insert into EMP values, 3 parameters. @ENO, @ename, @ESAR. Here you try to understand. Here property name is capital ENO, but parameter name is go with small lowercase. ENO, ename. Again what ESAR? ESAR. Right. After this command, SQL command is insert command. That's why. Now CONN. Now you require to set the how many parameters you have to assign the values to how many parameters. Come on. How many parameters? For 3 parameters, you have to assign the values. For 3 parameters, you have to assign the values. So cmd dot parameters dot add with value @ENO, comma ENO. My point is, what is @ENO? What is ENO? What is @ENO? @ENO is your parameter. Capital ENO is your property. Capital ENO is your property. Right. Now, yes. CMD dot parameters dot add with value @ename, comma ename. Ename. Ename is your property again. Ename. Okay, right. So now these are all the things will be discussed in ADO.NET at the time of ASP.NET. Who are not having the clarity, better to refer ADO.NET. Parameters dot add with value very clearly. @ESAN, comma again ESAN. Right. So we are assigning the 3 values to your 3 parameters. Now con dot open into I equal to cmd dot execute non-query con dot close return I return I. Yes. So finally it is returning either 1 or 0. To where it will return, guys? It will return I. Where it will return? It will return that 1 or 0 to your controller. Have you written the model code, all of you? Hello? Have you written the model code? Recorded, Are you implementing simultaneously?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing what you know, sending through chart. Just now we are going to implement the controller. I'm sure I'll make you very strong in ADO.NET and Entity Framework. Don't multiple examples. Implementing controller. Give some time for my homeworks, guys. Okay, right. Implementing controller. Right. Now we have to add the controller name. Open Solution Explorer. Right. Controller. Add controller name. Right. MVC controller empty. Click add. EMP controller. EMP controller. Click which button? Add. With this process, your controller will add. What is the name of the controller? What is the name of the controller? EMP controller.cs. So whatever you want, you can give. Yes, right. Now here we have to write the controller code. Now you are implementing controller. Whenever you are implementing controller, first you should you should write import model. You should import your model. Okay. So here your model name is ADO.NET insert models. So same you are importing here. You can observe using ADO.NET insert.models like that. Same way here you observe. Yeah. Have to import the model. For that, what we are going to do, you observe. Yes. Using importing model using MVC EMP insert example dot models using MVC EMP insert example dot models. Are you clear? Yes. Namespace MVC EMP insert example dot model means this is your application name, boss. You can see your application name dot models. Okay, right. And class EMP controller. Yes. And action method name is index. Right. Okay, guys. Right. So now we are going to do this one. Right. So, right. And we are going to write some action method here. So here is that action method you can write with the different name like insert or like. Just I am writing same as my view name. Same as my view name. But already view name, with view name we have one action method index. That's why just here I am taking overloading, like I'm taking extra parameter string s, or else you can write a method name called insert emp. Okay, right. And we are adding an attribute called http post. The reason is this is default action method will execute. This action method should execute for a post back request. That is the reason we are added attribute called http post. Here the requirement is first, whenever you click the insert button in your view, the request will go to controller. In controller, it will invoke this post back action method because of this http post. But here you want to verify the validations of text boxes are empty or not. Due to that reason, here we are verifying if you want to go for validation messages, means again you have to go to view. Due to that reason, to send back this request to again view to verify that text boxes are empty or not. If any one text box is empty, you want to send back the request to view. That is the reason this condition request dot if the first text box is empty, or second text box is empty, or third text box is empty. Among these three, if any one is empty, go to view, return view, return view. Yes, else. Okay, else means what? When control will go to else part here? When control will go to else part here?
When all conditions are false.
When all the conditions are false. Means no text box is empty. All the text boxes has some data like 333, Raju, 3000, like that. And when it will go to else part, you need to set your model property values. For that, here we have to create the object for model class. What is the model class name? I want to access these properties. That's why I have to create object for model class. That's the reason. Here you can say creating object for model class. Creating object for model class. So what is this object name is? Right. Employee model EMPOBJ equal to new employee model, right? At the time of creating this object, and we have to initialize how many properties? 3 properties: ENO, ename, ESAL. But these values are coming from where, guys? View. In view, that employee number is available in the text box. Employee name is available in the second text box. Salary is available in the third text box. Due to that reason, these 3 values we are assigning. But whenever it is available in the text box, the default value type is string. But ENO property type is integer. Due to that reason, I am converting into integer. Here, both are string, no conversion. Here, it is string, it is double, that's why converting. Like this. Here in this line, we are creating the object for model class and initializing 3 properties. 3 properties. ENO, ename, ESAL. 3 properties. Clear? Yes. Now, after this, after you initialize, means whenever you initialize in the model, the 3 properties set mechanism will execute. When set mechanism will execute, internally in that object, it will create value. It will create 3 instance variables and 3 values will be stored. And here you can observe, after that you are calling a method of your model. What is the model insert method name? Insert into EMP. To access that method, we are using object. What is the name of the object? EMPOBJ. And this method, when you call, it may return either 1 or 0. It may return either 1 or 0. If the record is inserted, it will return 1, otherwise it will return 0. That 1 or 0 we are storing into your view data variable. Whether you remembered or not, long back we discussed, whenever we want to return the data, any value we want to forward from controller to view, we can use different mechanisms called view back, view data, and temp data. Present here, I have simple value called either 1 or 0. I am forwarding that 1 or 0 with the help of view data. Okay, next again you want to return the view, return view. So okay, now here in this way we can implement our controller here. So right, I'm sending this controller code to you guys. Just this Post back action method code I'm sending through chat to you guys. Come on. Are you writing? Yeah. When we will use view back, when we will use view data, when we will use temp data. Already we discussed. One more time you listen that video. Otherwise, one more time we'll discuss. Refer that notes also, guys. All right. Now come back to our discussion. Here I'm sending the chart. Here I'm sending the chart. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now here, just to use view data, what is the difference? Will easily we can understand. You refer that video like 3-4 days back. Right. Now, did you receive the code, all of you? Hello? Right. Then next we need to go for view. You have to implement the view right now. Implementing view. Okay. To implement the view, Yes. Right. Implement the view. Sorry. Right. How to implement? Right click, add view. Yes. Right click, add view. Right. Uncheck the checkbox whenever you are having this checkbox. Uncheck it because we are not using any master page or layout page, all these things. Click add button. Now with this process, your view will add. Okay. Yes. Now we need to write the view code. Here first we need to write the design code. Yes. And first let's write the razor code. Okay. Razor code. Then we will go for design code. What is this razor code? Yes. Verifications, validations. ENO MSZ, ENAME MSZ, ESAL MSZ. These three variables we are using to hold that error messages called please enter EMPNO, please enter EMP name, please enter EMP salary. Okay. Now this is the code should execute for post back request. That's why this dot is post and txt env. See, always verify that ID of the control what you are using in the controller and view will be same or not. Okay, so then sometimes we'll do mistakes. Txt ename, okay, and txt esal, you go here controller txt esal, right. Now guys, and if else and view data of I. See here view data is returning I, same view data you are getting here and storing into your local variable. What is the variable name, guys? J. J type is integer, so that's why again you are doing your boxing and unboxing. If J equal to 1 means it may have 1 means record is inserted. That value you are storing into MSC. Otherwise record is not inserted. Okay, and this is if else closing, this is else closing, and come back to yes else closing, and this is post closing, and this is razor closing. Right. Yeah, now we have to write the design code. Whenever you are writing the design code, here you have post back request. That is the reason you should use form tag compulsory. Form some name, my form, method equal to post, right. Yeah, now here we have to write our design code. Total, how many text boxes we have in our design, guys? 3 text boxes, 1 button. Okay, I kept labels also unnecessary. Labels are not required as per. Unnecessarily code is increasing. Okay, oh, these labels you are using error messages. Yes, for error messages you can use either label or span. That depends upon you. Right. LBL, ENO, right, ENO, ENO, MSC, right, enter EMP name, HTML text box, TXT, LBL, ename, MSC, TXT, LBL, ESAL, MSC, brain, BTN submit, ID, BTN submit, value insert, LBL, MSC, MSC, right. Right, this is the code, right? This is the story about this. Are you clear, all of you? Okay, now this is the design code, right? You have if else if code. Did you receive razor code for all guys? Have you received razor code? Did I send razor code also to you? No, right? I'm just sending razor code to you guys. Take it. View razor code. I'm sending now. Now razor code, and after that I'm sending view code. I'm sending view code. Yes. Right. Now view code. Yes. Right. Everybody received all the 3 types of code. Hello. Received. Hello. Yeah. Now we have to update the root config code. What we have to update in the root config? Go to view, solution explorer, under root config.cs. Root config.cs. Write the controller name. Update the controller name as controller name as what? EMP. Action method name as index. Okay, right. Now guys, compilation again. Compilation again. Right. Right. Okay. Start debugging. Start debugging. Now you can. Are you executing the application, all of you? Hello. Right. Check that application where you have done any message. ENOMS. It's saying that. Is it right? All of you executing the application. Hello. Okay. All of you guys, with the help of the code, whatever I shared to you. Yes. Right. Check the issues. Anywhere semicolon missing. Right. Right. Yeah. Executed, guys. These variables, I think so, should be initialized with empty. Right. Yeah. 1 minute. You observe. Insert. Please enter EMP and go. 333. Please enter employee name. 333. Right. Kiran. Please enter salary. Okay. 333. Kiran. 3000. 3000. Click what? Insert. When you click insert, record should insert into the database. Right. Right. Come on. Once you completed code, run the application, check what it is. Is it working or not? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't check my system after my installation of SQL Server. Whenever after your SQL Server installation is completed, there is a chance of like sometimes your front end may not communicate database. Yeah, but you check the code will be 100% perfect, and check anywhere we have like data server equal to dot database equal to mydb. Correct. UID equal to SA, password equal to RN Reddy. That is right. Yeah, you guys working. Insert into EMP values. If your table name, database name, computer name, right, computer name, right, anywhere it is, system dot data is required. Hello,
Not
system,
required.
not required. Nowhere you use it. That is
Not
not
required
required.
here.
This instance error means generally whenever you have a SQL server, is like there is a like any if it is not allowing due to some installation problem also you'll get it, but code is 100% right. This is yesterday only we configured SQL server. Okay, you check in your machines. Using system data is not required. Yes, I'll explain the code, but first whether it is executing or not, you check it first. Yeah, working. Check it. Right. Is it working for anybody? Hello. Right. Let me explain what is happening here. 1 minute. Right. Whenever user entered 333 Kiran 3000, you click insert button. Postback request will generate and request will go to controller. In controller, yes, it will invoke first. Is it empty? No, false. Okay, and 333 false, false, false. So whenever it is all false, it will go to else part. It will create object for model and it's setting 3 values. That is 333 Kiran 3000 in the model object, and it will call the insert into EMP method. In insert into EMP method, you are just having connection string and command object. This command object, yes, here command object, and it is having SQL command, insert command. How many parameters are there for insert command? 3 parameters. Three parameters. These 3 parameters, here you have to understand one important point. @ENO, @ename is are parameters. These 3 are properties. And this property will set the ENO 333 and Kiran 3000. Then after that, it will execute non-query. It will execute the insert command. Insert command will insert the EMP record into database. It will return 1. Return 1. 1 will be returning to controller and will be stored into view data. And from view data, it will come back in the view and view data. And after this, it will return view. Now your view is loading. At the time of loading the view, yes, again it will check all these conditions. False, false, false. It will go to else part. J, view data of that is 1. So record is inserted, else part will be skipping. So it should give this message, but I think it's giving some SQL Server instance error. So that I'll check it whether any issue is there in my SQL Server, but I think so it should work for you if you're already using your system SQL Server, already working SQL Server. Yeah.
Yeah, it's working for me, sir.
Is it working? Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Right. Right. Any like same code?
Same code, sir, but I initialize the connection string in web.config.
See, that is not a matter whether where you initialize connection string. But in my user ID password also same, right? RN password. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, we will use no user ID. I use password also RN ready, right? So yeah, that is okay. Fine. For anybody, it's working. Hello. Right. Do one